From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman. But with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Quick reminder, you've got 2 more days to get those entries in to win those Red Bluff Roundup tickets. All you got to do is email me at mkrueger@weathernorcal.com or go to weathernorcal.com, click on contact, fill out the form, and you will be as good as entered. I'll be announcing the winner and doing the drawing this Wednesday, April 15th on Coffee with Krueger at 6:30 in the morning. So be sure to get those entries in as soon as you can. All right, of course, the big story from yesterday was the fact that there was a confirmed tornado from the tornado-warned storm that was in Tehama County, east of Corning, about 4 miles southeast of Vina, as a matter of fact. Now, this is what was categorized as an EFU, not a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, but a U. Basically, the U means unknown, because even though there was evidence that from video that it did actually reach the ground, that there was a confirmed tornado that reached the ground, there is no damage that can be seen. So when you don't actually have damage to survey, you can't give it a category, and that's why they give it the category U. And let's just show you here, and this actually I posted on social media and people were kind of giving me some flack here and there that it's not a tornado, and yes, it is not a tornado. We are not seeing it actually reaching the ground. This is what's known as a funnel cloud. The person who sent this video said they didn't get the worst of it. This was, of course, kind of when it was kind of in that dissipating stage. You can kind of see it breaking apart right there. But at the very beginning of the video, you could clearly see that we saw that rope tornado, if you will, and again, wasn't reaching the ground at this point in the video. So I do really want to just point that out. But there are other vantage points coming in from that as well to kind of confirm that for about a minute, from 2:05 to 2:06, it had reached the ground in a rural area, no damage. No one was injured, the works. So certainly good news there. Let's take a look at the current radar right now and see what's going on. And you can see the bulk of the rain and snow is down to the south, and that is even beginning to dissipate pretty quickly. And we're going to get into all of more and what we expect this week in our deeper dive. But first, let's get you to your Krueger's Quickcast for your Monday, April 13th. All right, so out the door this morning. Hey, what do you know? We're not going to be looking at rain. We're not going to see thunderstorms today. We've seen 5 straight days in a row with showers and even thunderstorms each and every single day since last Wednesday through yesterday. And of course, tornadoes. Or a tornado. We take a look at the satellite image here, and that area of low pressure responsible for the wet weather we saw over the weekend, that's moving out. Now, there still is going to be just enough instability that we could see a stray sprinkle or even a light shower as we go through this afternoon, but I think that's going to be mainly confined for the coast and the higher elevations, but the valley most likely remaining dry under partly cloudy skies. Winds, well, I don't expect the winds to be that much of an issue here for today. Maybe a little breezy for the mountains to the east, especially out towards, say, Modoc and even maybe eastern Lassen County, but that will really be the extent of it. No major wind events heading our way, at least for today, but the winds will probably be picking up here later this week. Chances for rain are picking back up again. Can you believe it? This Wednesday, that is, dropping off Thursday, and then it looks like on the last day of the Red Bluff Roundup this Sunday, maybe another shot of some rain. The timing of that is still kind of iffy. More on that a little bit later. Mid-60s for the valley this afternoon, 50s for most of the higher elevations, so not warming up a whole lot. And for tonight, we're in the low 40s, so rather cool. 20s and 30s for the mountains, and looks like somewhere in the low 40s for your overnight lows on the coast. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, there's that chance for rain on Wednesday, even for the valley. Now, the farther south you go, the slimmer the chances. So Chico, I think your chances for that wet weather on Wednesday will be slimmer than, say, Redding or even Red Bluff. But by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're dry. And I'm bringing in that chance for rain on Sunday again. There you can see, again, maybe an isolated sprinkle or light shower for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. Otherwise, mainly dry. And that next round of rain coming in Wednesday. That's also the case for the Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the Eastern Mountains, with yet another shot coming in by Sunday. All right, again, a quick reminder, we've got the ticket giveaway. All you have to do is email your entries to mkrueger@weathernorcal.com. Let's take a look at those weather headlines. No more thunderstorms. We're finally done with the thunderstorms. But as I mentioned, a few isolated sprinkles and light showers today. Showers return Wednesday, dry Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Another chance for showers by Sunday. Let's get into all of that in our deeper dive forecast, but first, a word from the Red Bluff Roundup.
3 exciting days of bucking, roping, and thrills are coming to Red Bluff. Over $350,000 is up for grabs for 700 of the toughest cowboys and cowgirls. Friday is Patriot Day, brought to you by Food Max and Outback Contractors. Saturday is Sierra Pacific Industries and Windows and Big Time Pest Control Day with an evening concert by Corey Kent. Sunday is Davidson Haven Family and Friends and Dignity Health St. Elizabeth Hospital Tough Enough to Wear Pink Day. Get your tickets now at these locations.
All right, let's go take a look at that radar, and you can see the shower and activity we did see, even some of the snow we did see in some of the higher elevations, but now things are really quieting down, and most of it last night was over the Tahoe region. Now, the main area of low pressure, if you see the spin right here, that's the spin of low pressure that moved through yesterday and really helped to destabilize that atmosphere and give us the severe thunderstorms that we did see yesterday, and of course that tornado warning out in eastern Tehama County. That is since then beginning to move on out, but still behind it is still some fairly cool and semi-unsettled weather, and that's what's going to give us a chance for a sprinkle or light shower today. However, as we go into your Tuesday, we're drying things out, but we have what I like to call a clipper system that'll just clip Northern California. Now, I think everyone has a chance for showers Wednesday, but the farther south you go, the slimmer the chances. And the snow level is probably somewhere around 4,500 feet. Then we dry things out for Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday, but here's the next approaching system. This one looks to swing through sometime Sunday, and I say that because this particular forecast model, the GFS, as early as Saturday night already begins to bring the rain through, and then Sunday overspreads the region throughout the entire day on Sunday. However, if we were to look at the European forecast model, it's going to hold off until late in the day Sunday before you start seeing that rain. And that's significant because the last day of the Red Bluff Roundup is Sunday. So if we can hold off until late afternoon, evening, and then of course at least a part of the rodeo will be dry. But then as we go into next week, Wednesday, we kind of dry things out. So let's take a look at how the European forecast model spells things out. So again, we've got this clipper system coming in Wednesday. So both the European and the GFS agree that Wednesday, you've got that chance for rain across the board. They both agree that through Friday, even Saturday, we're looking at dry conditions. But look at this. See here Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, it's not even really hitting the eastern mountains and barely working its way into parts of the valley as well. So again, this is why timing is going to be the key when we're taking a look at our forecast. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast now as we go in the next several days. We'll kind of take a look at today, and really through midday we're dry, but then there could be a couple of isolated showers that may develop. I think even the coast, Trinity County, Siskiyou County could see a chance for a stray sprinkle. Now listen, I've got it dry for the valley, and most likely it will be. We can't rule out a stray sprinkle working its way in the valley today either, but I think most of it will be in the mountains. And then you can see here, we go into your Tuesday, we're going to keep it dry. A bit of that southerly flow of winds. Now, as we go into Tuesday afternoon, it is showing a little bit of a clip, but I think it's mainly going to be Tuesday night into Wednesday that we do see that clipper system push on through. And again, you can see all the way down to Chico, but look at to the south of that. It is dry, so that's why you can see as you head to the north-northwest, the chances are certainly going to be a bit higher for that wet weather for areas to the north. Then by Wednesday night into Thursday, we're drying things out again. And by the way, snow levels probably somewhere around 4,000, 4,500 feet. And then Thursday afternoon through the day on Thursday, we're dry again, and dry for Friday and Saturday as well. How much rain can we expect out of it? Well, most of it will be to the north and west as we'd expect, but you see how we have about 1/10 being predicted by the forecast models, and only a few hundredths down to the south. Again, kind of really illustrating where most of the rain will be on Wednesday and where we're going to see a lot less. Now, again, we're talking about the potential for snow. I don't think we're going to see, a dusting of snow in Mount Shasta, but if you see some snowflakes, not out of the question. I'd say those snow levels probably are somewhere around 4,000 feet, give or take. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to see that potential for some of the highest elevations, maybe seeing some change requirements, but I don't think we're going to see much in the way of snow in general. There you can see the winds. Now the winds, not a big factor today. They're going to be a little breezy off to the east, maybe a little breezy off the coast, but nothing major, nothing too unusual. Now, a bit of a south breeze, though, for the valley, over 20 miles per hour. Stronger gusts coming in from the west off over the eastern mountains. Now, on Wednesday, with that Clipper system, again, gusty winds at times throughout the day on Wednesday. Thursday, a bit of a north breeze. 15, 25 miles per hour in the valley, as well as the eastern mountains, and a little gusty out along the coast as well. So yeah, off and on winds here, pretty much starting tomorrow and then all the way through Thursday. Temperature trend, kind of a little bit of a mini roller coaster ride. They're starting to go down a little bit, then back up, then down, then back up towards the middle of next week, but nothing unusual as far as temperatures are concerned. Lake levels, still looking very healthy out there. In fact, all of the lakes over the last 24 hours have seen an increase. The lakes have risen over the last 24 hours, still well above that historical average for this time of the year. Wave heights, you can see they're starting to kind of increase a little bit here for today before they do start to drop off for your Tuesday. But no small craft advisories. There's going to be some of that patchy fog, but otherwise you're looking at those winds from the northwest at about 5 knots here for today. Your neighborhood forecast, sponsored by Dignity Health and Grange Co-op. Well, how about not much warmer, but a little bit. We'll see maybe an isolated sprinkle light shower, partly to mostly cloudy skies today. More rain on Wednesday, and then another shot coming in by Sunday. And really, that's the case across the board. Wednesday, everyone has a shot at some more wet weather. Dry after that, all the way through Saturday, and then another shot for some rain by Sunday. 59 for Orleans today, 61 in Hoopa, and 62 degrees out in Willow Creek. 54 degrees in Weed, 56 degrees in Fort Jones, and 52 degrees in Tennant. Off to the north and east, out towards Modoc County, you're looking at about 52 degrees for Canby, 51 in Aden, and looks like Tule Lake, about 53 degrees. For the eastern mountains, we've got those temperatures in the mid-50s for your daytime highs. 52 degrees, though, for Chester, 58 in Paradise, and Shingletown, 56. Biola, 47. All right, for the south end of the valley, temperatures mid-60s. We are going to warm up a little bit, but generally staying in the mid to upper 60s through most of the week, back in the 70s by the end of the week and this upcoming weekend. Chico, I've got your chance for showers in there for Wednesday, but the chances are going to be slimmer than, say, Redding, and then more wet weather possibly by Sunday as well. 66 degrees for Redding, 67 degrees for Palo Cedro, and Red Bluff, a high of about 66 degrees. And looking at your 7-day forecast for Redding, we've got those temperatures in the low to mid 60s, and looks like warming back up by Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday, even though we do have that shot at some rain. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon for the latest Check Your Weather. Eversole is a great morning.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.